step is to build a data model. So you'll come to model view and then you will build a data model. So data model basically is we are building a relationship between facts table and the dimensional table. So let me just put this facts table at the center. And also we have this here. So we're building the dimensional data model by interconnecting the facts table with the dimensional table. So we'll start with the room. So we're checking room. So room basically it has a foreign key. So foreign key for room is room ID. So we're going to look for room ID in this facts table. So room ID, I think it's property ID. So you will drag and drop to property ID. Now room in this table is room category. So we're going to build connection between fax booking and dime room using the room ID and the room category. As you can see, these are the, so we're building a connection between these two. After that, you'll click on save. So we've built a connection between this. Also, let's try this room ID with this room category. Yes. So here we're going to build connection between dime room and the table fax aggregated booking using ID room ID and the room category. Room ID from the dime room table and the room category from the fax aggregated bookings. And then you click on save. So we are done with the dime room table. Now let's go to this one. This one we have primary key of this table is property ID. So we're going to build connection between property ID from dimensional table hotel to fax table aggregated fax table booking. So you will drag and drop to property ID. Yeah, so we will build a connection between these two. And since you see the column name of the fax table and the column name of the dime table there, they were named the same. So when the column name is the same, Power BI is normally detect the relationship among the table and it build automatically a relation. So for this one, we don't have to do the drag and drop. So we can simply do cancel. And then we're also checking property ID from this fax table. And you can see also property ID and property ID, they have the same column name. So you can see Power BI already detected that relationship and it builds the relationship. So for that you can also cancel. Now let's go to date. Date, we're going to use booking date. We're going to connect this date with the booking date, and then we're going to connect this date with the check-in date. So for that, just drag and drop to booking date, and then you build the relationship. So you click on save. After that, you'll go to date. Also, you drag and drop into the check-in date. So after that, you click on save. Yeah, so this is our data model that we've built. As you can see, we've interconnected the dimensional tables with the facts table. So these two are the facts table, and these three are the dimensional table. So after that, you'll come to report view, and you'll start building the key metrics. So we will start with so first of all, we will going to add some new columns here. For in this date table, we want to add a new column here. We want to add a new column for week number and a new column for week day type. Now let's just add a new column for week number because we already have the day type. So you'll go back to this, and then you'll come to the table dim date, and then you right click, and then you'll come to new column, and then you write now the DAX formula for coming up with a new column. So we're going to write week number equals to, so week number we normally find it using week num from, so we are finding from date time column date, and then we close the bracket, and then we click enter. So we have our week number. So let's confirm it. So as you can see, this is our week number, and then we shall also now start doing the aggregation. So you'll just right click. Let's just use a right click, and then you'll come to new measure. So we'll start with doing total revenue. So total revenue, so we're going to write revenue, total revenue equals to, total revenue equals to sum, we are summing up the first booking revenue realized. Fact booking revenue realized, and then we close. So that one will give us the total revenue, will give us the measure for total revenue. So we can confirm by coming here to this, and then we can confirm. Yeah, so this is the total revenue. So we can remove, and we proceed. Let's also calculate total booking. Come to new measure, right click, and then come to new measure, and then we will calculate total booking. Total booking, and then we count. So this one we find it by counting the number of booking ID. So booking, fax booking ID fax booking ID. Yeah, and then you close the bracket, click enter. Yeah, so that one is okay. Now we'll come to another one. So another one we shall going to calculate total successful booking. So we have total booking and total successful booking. So total booking is the one that we've included, even the one that were cancelled. But for total successful booking, we will only going to count only the booking ID that were not cancelled. So for that, we're going to write total successful booking equals to, so going to write sum the fact aggregated booking fact aggregated bookings, then aggregated bookings of successful bookings, and then we click only for, so these are the successful, as you can see. So this is the formula for calculating the total successful booking. And then another one, let's right click, new measure, and then another one we're going to calculate total capacity. So total capacity equals to sum facts aggregated booking capacity, and then we close the bracket and then you click on enter. So we have total capacity, and then we can have occupancy rate. So we can just call it occupancy and then we can just put it percentage equals to. So this one we simply divide total successful booking with the total capacity. Total successful booking, we divide it with the total capacity, and then we close the bracket and put this occupancy rate into percentage. So you can, and then you click on percentage, and then the next one is we can also calculate average rating. So right click and then new measure, average rating average rating. So this is basically average fax booking rating given, ratings given, then you close the bracket and then you click enter. And then we can also find the total cancelled bookings. So right click, measure, and then we find total cancelled, bookings. Bookings equals to calculate total bookings, and then we filter, and then we filter only the fact booking status cancelled. Booking status where equals to cancelled. So we're going to write cancelled. And then you put into brackets. And then you click enter. And then we can also find the cancellation rate. So we can click on new measure. And then you can find cancellation rate. So we can just put percentage equals to. So this one we will divide by total cancelled over the total cancelled booking divided by total booking. So divide total cancelled booking with total booking. Then you put into bracket and then you click enter. Yeah, so we have all the measures. So the next step is now to build dashboard.